Good morning, everybody, and welcome all my YouTube channel followers. This is Margie here from Nature Health. As some of you know, I am in the south of France. I have taken a long sabbatical, and I just wanted to share with you some of the things that I'm doing here in France. So the one thing I'm doing is taking a Qigong class. And as you know, Qigong is a very big part of what I do. So the fact that I can teach in France is fantastic. I'm learning French very intensively because for me to actually teach officially, I need to be able to teach in French and English. So I'm not registered to teach yet, but I'm just here on holiday and I'm teaching a group of friends just to keep my hand in and have fun. So the one aspect I thought I'd like to share with you today, Master Zhao, with whom I've been studying for the last 17 years, he always says, it's really important, and I really want to quote his exact words. He said, your emotional attitude is very important. Always be positive and happy. Now, this is what he terms and we talk about as Qigong lifestyle. So it's important to really take charge of your emotions if you are going down that channel of criticizing and being negative and being depressed or whatever. Just take a moment out to really take charge, because when your body and your emotions are in that state, that is not a state of healing. It's not a state where you can maintain wellness and longevity. So, in the group of classes that I do, I wanted to share with you, for those of you who don't know, I do an online class. And I use the platform Patreon. So you just become a member of Patreon. It's very inexpensive. And you get one class a week. And the classes last for a month. So you have 8 classes at any one time that you can do every single day. We address different aspects. We take in different groups of forms that I've taught various of the students. So it's not difficult and it is very uplifting. And what's most important is when one of the worst things that we need to overcome is stress. And when we are stressed, it affects our central nervous system. So in many of the works that we do, where we combine mind work, movement, and breath, it addresses 10 of these vital elements. Now I'm going to read these elements to you, just to be sure we don't miss any, and then I'm just going to do 2 examples to show you what sort of thing you would get in the class. In every class, we do a warm-up, and we do a cool-down, and we do a very short meditation. So the one aspect is to relax the head. So we learn how to do that in different exercises. Withdraw the chest while strengthening the back. Relax the waist. I've got a beautiful exercise called teacups where we relax the waist. So I'll show you that one today. Distinguishing between the fullness of breath and the emptiness of breath. Very important to expand the lungs fully and empty them fully. All of these affect the central nervous system. Dropping the shoulders and the elbows. We've got special exercises to do that. Once the shoulders are up like this and the elbows are like that, the tension is all along the central nervous system. So we consciously relax the shoulders and the elbows. Using tension rather than strength. So it's about using the mind intention as opposed to the physical strength when one does martial arts. I teach Qigong for health, not martial arts. Even though some of our postures resemble martial arts, it's not martial arts. Making the upper and the lower parts of the body move in harmony. That's a beautiful one too. Coordinating interior and exterior. So Qigong is all about our interior, our internal health. And the exterior is the movement. And when we combine the exterior and the interior, we get this beautiful yin yang going on, where the body comes back into balance and the nervous system works properly. The parasympathetic can take part and the healing of the body takes place. Moving in a continuous way. This is really important because as you move in a continuous way, all the muscles and the tendons and tissues relax and the central nervous system can work properly. Seeking stillness in movement. So seeking stillness in movement means even though you're moving, everything is still and calm and fully centered. So in my last class, I covered all of these and we did exercises covering all of these. So I'm just going to do 2 samples for you. For those of you who'd like to take a look at the online class, just pop on to patreon.com/NatureHealth. You'll see the link below and come and join us. So we have 1 class a week and you can join anytime. What is the beauty of this class? If you are not available at the time of the live broadcast, all you do is go online when you're ready. You can do the class anywhere, anytime that suits you, and we still do the class together. So without further ado, I'm just going to show you 2 of those lovely exercises that can nourish and help your nervous system. So the one being the teacups. So I've got a little teacup here to show you. So when we hold a teacup in our hand, note the hand is fully extended. When we turn to move the teacup in the position we want, the whole body has to move. So the body is continually in motion. And this one particularly, which is one of the 10, relaxes the waist. So I'm going to turn my back on you so you can fully see what we're doing. Okay, here we go. So for this teacups, the feet are hip distance apart. Pelvis always is tucked in. Knees are just unlocked, not fully bent, just unlocked. We pick up the teacup at the side. So the weight is on your right. Make sure your teacup's nicely balanced. You pull it in, turn the hand, and extend fully behind you. Now you have this beautiful big circle. The whole body's moving. Note the hand remains flat. Knees are bent. Back is turning. And the teacup comes back in position. Now, I'm just going to show you. We pick up the teacup on the other side. Picking it up, turning the hand in, sending it back. Now comes this big circle all the way around, almost 90 degrees. It's coming over the head in a big circle. You're not dropping the cup and you're breathing out. So that is what we call the teacups. It's to attune your mind to having your hand flat. If you bend your hand, you're not getting the full action and you're going to drop your teacup. So we'll just do 3 of those. Don't watch me. Get up and do it with me. Okay. So pick up your teacup, breathing in, full breath, fullness of breath, full breath, full breath. Bend the knees and relax the waist and breathing out. Pick up your teacup. Send the hand straight back. Now this big circle, you're twisting from the waist, you're bending the knees, you're bending a back bend, and the hand is still holding the teacup. Breathing in, sending the hand back. Big circle around, 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 all the way to the left, over the head. Flat hand so you don't drop the teacup. And release as you breathe out. Breathing in. Full breath. Now hold the breath as you go around. Hold your breath, and release the breath. Last one on each side. Breathing in. And around you go, over the head, flat hand. Don't drop your teacup. Last one. Big breath in. Fullness of breath. And release. Empty the lungs completely. At the end of any exercise, we just calm the chi. So we're breathing in, calming the chi. 3 breaths. Drawing the breath up from the earth. And and calming the chi. One more time. Breathing in and calming the chi. Nourishing chi is when with our mind, we draw the energy in through the crown, and with our mind intention, it's like a lift going down to the bottom floor, and allow all the energy to sink into your lower dantian, your energy center. Breathing in through the crown, draw that energy from the heavens and release it into the lower dantian. And again, breathing in and release. Last one. And release. Beautiful. So that is just one of the 10 that we did in yesterday's online class. I invite you to join us. And those classes, so if you join, you not only get yesterday's class, but you get the last 2 weeks' classes that you can do until next week's class. So the next one I'd like to do is a very simple one. It's very calming of the mind, the body, and the spirit, and it's part of the Sure routine. So we just take one moment to draw the breath in through the crown and allow it to sink. Bend down with both knees, lift the heel of the left, stepping to the left so that the feet are hip distance apart. Sink down with your knees, pelvis tucked in, dropping the shoulders consciously. And the chin is slightly tucked in. So when I say tucked in, I don't mean like that. The chin just is parallel to the ground, so the back of the neck straightens out. So with this one, we breathe in as we rise up on the balls of our feet. And releasing down as you gently slow the breath. And this is when we say emptiness of breath. No breath in, no breath out, but there's full movement going on all the time. Breathing in as you rise up and release. So the mind intention as we sink back into our heels is we taking the energy as we draw it up from the earth. Full breath, hold that breath and releasing down. Last one, breathing in and releasing down. When we talk about internal and external, the second one here is opening the chest. So we're rising up, opening the chest, full breath. There's no beginning and no end. And as we breathe out, we again sink down and into the heels. And this is when there's an emptiness of breath. Now fullness of breath, rising up. Opening the chest. Feel the breath slowing down. Your central nervous system is fully calmed. Breathing in, no beginning and no end. Opening the chest, gathering the energy, drawing it in and taking it down to your lower dantian. We always wear a smile on our face. S-M-I-L-E. Start my internal love engine. So the external is the movement that we're doing. We're rising up on our feet, we're lifting our arms, we're opening the arms, all the full breath is coming into the lungs. But the smile is taking love into our internal organs. So this one particularly focuses on the lungs. So wearing that gentle smile on your face, imagine that smile of love going into the lungs. You are surrounding the lungs, nourishing the lungs with love energy. Calming chi. Just guide that energy down with your mind intention. Breathing in. We always do 3 calming breaths so that all the energy we've been working with is fully centered. Full breath in and draw that energy down. Hands over dantian. Breathing in, dropping that energy into your lower dantian. 2 more breaths. Shake out your hands, shake out those feet. Now, just with 2 simple exercises like that, how does that feel? I hope you're feeling great, and I really look forward to you joining me at patreon.com/NatureHealth. So the online classes are for everybody, everywhere in the world. I've got students in America, I've got students in Malaysia, South Africa, Australia, and even in France. So I hope you have a wonderful day and blessings to you all. Bye for now.